Hi, this is Andrew Johnson, the First Aid Guy, and today we're going to be talking about hypothermia. Now, we're in the middle of winter right now. I've got on my sweater, all right? But you know what? Sometimes things get just a little bit too cold. And in fact, in Canada, you can get hypothermia 12 months of the year. So, what is hypothermia? Really? Hypo means low, and thermia relates to your body's core temperature. Now, unlike lizards and those types of animals, we always keep our core body temperature at the same temperature all the time. What happens when that body temperature goes too low? We go into hypothermia. How can that happen? Well, we get cold. It doesn't take a whole lot to drop the temperature down just a little bit. Anytime you found yourself shivering, your body is trying to warm itself up to keep itself from going to hypothermia. Now, it's actually pretty cold outside, so we're going to do this in my laboratory. So come with me and I'll show you what we're going to do. Welcome to my laboratory. Well, actually, it's my furnace room, but in this situation, it'll work out just fine. So like I said, a little bit cold outside, so instead we're going to use my freezer. All right, so my wonderful assistant is in the freezer right now, getting cold. So let's pull him out and we'll talk some more about hypothermia. All right, come on down there. There we go. All right, so my assistant has been in there for probably a little bit too long. Fortunately, my wife's not home right now. All right, so as you'll notice, what is he doing right now? He's shivering, and that's actually a good sign. It means his body is trying to warm itself up. It's contracting all the muscles and warming itself up. I'd be in a lot of trouble right now if he wasn't shivering, because that means his body had lost the ability to warm itself up. All right, so in addition to shivering, all right, probably notice some bluing around his lips, all right, maybe around the ears, all right. Again, the body is bringing the blood into the core of the body to try to keep it as warm as possible. All right, so he's really shivering right now. So maybe I should warm him up. Anyways, some other things that we could keep an eye out for, all right, is he may start to appear a little bit disoriented. He may want to go back into the freezer, right? All right, so again, that's not a good sign. One of the problems we have with people who are stuck outside, they get hypothermia, rather than go inside, confusion, and they actually go and out further away from warmth and actually end up dying from hypothermia. So we probably should warm them up. So let's go take care of that there now. All right, welcome back. So we have to get this young guy warmed up. So since he's shivering, we can actually put a blanket on him. If he wasn't shivering, his body had lost the ability to keep itself warm, putting a blanket on him wouldn't do any good. So he's shivering, so we can do this. If somebody is not shivering, if they are that cold, this is when we would have to use an external heat source to warm them up. If all else fails, you can get nice and close, warm them up. I'd wrap the blanket around both of us. All right, and I'd use my body heat to keep them warm. I could also use hot packs. I can put those in. You want to put them in areas where there's not a lot of body fats. You can put them under the arms, around the neck, all right? Places that the heat can go right into the body. So I'm going to keep him warm. I'm going to warm him up. You could try some lukewarm water if you're going to do it. Don't give him something that's super hot, all right, because it could actually burn as it goes in. So we want to warm him up gradually if we can. All right, not overly fast, because we don't want the body to start sweating, because that will actually cool them off. All right, so I'm just going to keep warming them up, warming them up, warming them up. So that's hypothermia. Remember, as in any first aid emergency, if somebody loses consciousness, you want to call 911 right away. If they stop breathing, their heart stops beating, you want to start CPR right away. The most effective way to treat hypothermia is to prevent it in the first place. So listen to your mother, wear warm clothes when you're going outside, avoid getting wet in winter, all right, because that will, again, bring down your core body temperature. And finally, it's important to realize doing first aid is serious, but learning it should be fun. Check out our webpage, TheFirstAidGuy.ca. Thanks a lot.